She was down 5-1 in the third set, the crowd roaring for her to give in. 17 minutes later, Alexandra Eala stood on Arthur Ashe Court, racket raised and eyes wide, having just made history as the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam main draw singles match. Back home, 110 million people leapt off their couches, marking a turning point for tennis in the Philippines. Here's how we got here. Alexandra was born in Quezon City in May 2005. Her mom, a former national swimming champion, handed her a tiny racket at just 4 years old, because the lines for the pool were longer than those for the tennis courts. By 6, she was already beating 10-year-olds at weekend clinics, and by 8, she was the kid coaches used to demonstrate footwork to adults. The family joke? Homework got done in the car between clinics. The reality? Dinner conversations sounded like tactical meetings. Dad kept asking, "What if we get serious about this?" Mom's response, booking flights to Spain. At 13, Eala and her mom packed 2 suitcases and made their way to Manacor, home of the Rafa Nadal Academy. The dorms smelled of clay and ambition. Every day began with an alarm at 5:45 a.m. Joan Bosch, her coach, recalls her first week. She didn't speak much Spanish, but every ball she hit felt like it owed her money. Christmas was the toughest, with homesickness hitting hard during crackly FaceTime calls. But each sunrise found her back on the court, chasing down drop shots until her shins burned. In just 2 years, she grew 3 inches, added 10 miles per hour to her serve, and even learned to swear politely in Catalan. In 2018, she won Les Petits, the unofficial world championship for 12-year-olds. She celebrated with tapas and a single scoop of lemon ice cream. Got to stick to that strict nutrition plan, right? The 2020 Australian Open Junior Doubles Trophy followed, shared with Indonesia's Priska Nugroho. A year later in Paris, she and Russia's Oksana Selekmateva danced in the rain after clinching the French Open Junior Doubles title. But the big one? That was still out there. Fast forward to September 2022 in New York. Eala dropped just 1 set all week, and in the final, she painted the sideline with a forehand winner that still echoes in Filipino highlight reels. She became the first Filipino, and the first Southeast Asian in 20 years, to win a Junior Grand Slam singles crown. Going pro isn't all glitz and glam. Her first ITF $15K paycheck was $2,448, but after flights, strings, and a hotel that forgot to turn on the hot water, that didn't leave much. Still, she collected 4 ITF singles titles in places like Chiang Rai and Yekla, spots Google barely spells right. Each win nudged her ranking upward, but the real breakthrough came in March 2025 on Miami's purple courts. She shocked world number 2 Iga Swiatek in the 3rd round, pumping her fist so hard her wristband flew into the crowd. That same week she took down Madison Keys. Suddenly, casual tennis fans back home were learning how to pronounce breakpoint conversion rate and staying up for 3 a.m. live streams. Fast forward to Flushing Meadows. Draw day brought Danish teen Clara Tauson, seeded 14, with a big serve and even bigger expectations. Eala lost the second set, but then the tide turned. Down 5-1, she started swinging like she had nothing to lose, which, ironically, was exactly what scared Tauson the most. At 6-5 in the tiebreak, Eala served a stunning 108mm ace out wide and then dropped to her knees. Newspapers ran the headline, "Miracle in Manila Born." Her ranking soared to 65. Sure, the second round loss to Cristina Bucha stung, but that milestone was already etched into Philippine sports history. Basketball courts in Manila now sport makeshift tennis nets tied to lampposts. Kids who once asked for basketball shoes are now begging for Wilson Blade rackets. The Philippine Tennis Association reported a staggering 300% spike in program signups the week after her US Open win. Senator Sonny Angara tweeted, "We just found our newest national treasure. Corporations that had never cared about tennis were offering sponsorships within hours. Eala, still jet-lagged, said on Zoom,
"If one girl picks up a racket because of me, that's already a win."
With all this attention comes pressure. Philippine media swings between she'll win a major by 21 and can she handle the heat. Eala tackles it just like she did Tauson, point by point. She journals nightly, keeps her circle tight and FaceTimes her dad for scouting reports on upcoming opponents. Her goals? Simple. Break into the top 50 by year-end, chase a doubles medal at the 2028 Olympics, and keep proving that a small island nation can produce big-time tennis talent. If Alexandra's journey inspires you, hit subscribe and ring that bell. More incredible stories like this drop every week. And drop a comment to let me know which rising star you think we should cover next. From a 4-year-old with oversized sneakers to the first Filipino Grand Slam match winner in the Open era, Alexandra Eala has already rewritten the history books of her sport. The rallies are longer, the stakes are higher, but the kid who once practiced against a backboard in Quezon City now swings on the sport's biggest stages with the same fearless grin. 110 million people, and counting, are watching, believing, and swinging right along with her.